Good morning, children. In yesterday's class, we learned about the pollution, air pollution, in the natural causes and what are the different harmful agents which are released into the atmosphere because of natural causes that we completed. So, in the yesterday's lesson, you learned that the man-made causes only are more and more responsible for air pollution than natural causes of air pollution. Like that we learned. So today we learn about the man-made causes of air pollution, human activities. Human activities which are responsible for air pollution, that we are going to discuss now. Uh, so, uh, so the different types of uh, reasons for air pollution of human activities are: first one, nuclear power plants. Nuclear power plants. Second one is thermal power plants. Third one, fertilizers and pesticides. Fourth one, mining. Fifth one, refrigerators, that chlorofluorocarbons, and deforestation. So these are all responsible for pollution, air pollution: nuclear power plants, thermal power plants, fertilizers and pesticides, mining, chlorofluorocarbons and deforestation. So now let us learn one after the other what are the problems we are going to face because of this one, these human activities. So here power means electricity. So electricity is produced, or energy is produced by using radioactive elements. Radioactive elements. So what are these radioactive elements? Examples: uranium, thorium, polonium. So like that, so many are there. Mostly uranium is used. So during that process, what is happening means so much of meltdowns of this radioactive elements is going to be released. Is it clear? Means what? When power is produced in these places, what is happening means that radioactive waves are going to be released into the atmosphere, and that results in the air pollution. Apart from that, what is happening means this radioactive meltdown, whichever is just released from this power plants, is going to be harmful to the different kinds of living organisms, like animals or plants or human beings. So we people are going to suffer from different kinds of diseases like skin cancers or other types of cancers we are going to suffer because of nuclear power plants. So now what I said, nuclear power plants. So what you can understand with that means electricity is generated, or energy is produced by using radioactive elements. So then we call them as a nuclear power, nuclear energy. What do you mean by nuclear energy? When radioactive elements are used for production of energy, then that one we call it as a nuclear energy. Is it clear to you? So where it is produced? In the nuclear power plants, nuclear power stations. So in our country there are so many nuclear power plants. So one is said to be Kalpakam, in Tamil Nadu state, and Kudankulam in Kerala state, Kalpakam in Tamil Nadu, So they are going to produce large amounts of nuclear energy. Is it clear to children? So during the they have to take care when the energy is produced, because that radioactive elements have to be heated at high temperature. Is it clear to you? So at that time they have to take care that the radioactive waves are not supposed to be released in the excess quantity into the atmosphere. Is it clear to you? So if it is going to happen, then naturally that results in the air pollution, which is responsible for different kinds of diseases. So one biggest meltdown when energy is produced from nuclear power plants, we have uses, but so many harms also we are going to face. So the biggest harm which we got in the world because of nuclear power reactors when that energy is produced means, so it happened, biggest meltdown of nuclear power reactor in the world, it happened in Chernobyl in Russia in 1986. Is it clear to you? Then, so because of that, what happened, that when that meltdown has happened, so much of fire and that so much of fire is released, and it forms a radioactive cloud in the atmosphere. So because of that, 5 million Russians got cancer and other health problems, and many hundreds of people died. Many hundreds of people died. So because of that radioactive cloud whichever is formed, forests have been damaged and fields. So 125 square kilometers of fields, agricultural lands, they were not in use. So because of that radioactive emissions which are released from the nuclear power plants. So like that, so many power plants are there, children. So no doubt we want the energy from that which are produced, but the reactors and the places where that energy is produced must be very much in safe. Then only we will be making use of that nuclear power energy. Is it clear to you? So they have to take a lot of care. Otherwise, so much of problems we are going to face related to the air pollution. There are so many power generating plants in our country, and how that power is produced or energy is produced. So different materials are used to produce energy. What energy? Electricity only. So now in some places water is used. Water. So we are using water to produce electricity. So when water is used, we call them as a hydroelectric power plants. So we are using water to generate electricity. So the water is just allowed to flow on the turbines. So that what will happen, because of that energy is produced, electricity is produced. So that places we call it as a hydroelectric power plants. Is it clear to you? Then we are producing energy by using coal also. Coal, boggu antaru chudandi, that one. So when we use coal to produce electricity, that one we call it as a thermal electric power plants. Is it clear to children? Then we are using new radioactive elements also. Radioactive elements. So examples for radioactive elements, uranium, already I said uranium, thorium, polonium. Okay, so like that, especially uranium is used. So when uranium is used to produce electricity, which is an example of radioactive element, then it is called a nuclear electric power plant. So that energy is called as nuclear energy. When coal is used, it is called as thermal energy. When that radioactive elements are used to produce energy, then it is called as a nuclear energy. So now where do we have this electric power plants? You know that in Srisailam. Okay, so in Srisailam the electricity is produced by using water. So near that Srisailam dam, if you visit, you can see in the underground. So we have a hydroelectric power plant where energy is produced or electricity is produced by using water. Is it clear to you? Then coal. Then it is called as thermal electric power plants. So even this coal also, the thermal power plants, where do we observe means in our Telangana state. So that is National Thermal Power Corporation present in Ramagundam. So recently you learned that. So coal is used to produce energy, electricity. Then radioactive elements, when we are using, so that nuclear energy is produced. So that processing of uranium is happening in Hyderabad city in NFC, nuclear fuel complex. So that energy whichever is that bombarding of uranium is going to happen there, and that energy is going to be sent to some other places, converting it in the form of pellets. Is it clear? So that one we call it as a nuclear energy. Is it clear to children? So different types materials are used to get electricity or energy. So that one here you are going to learn. So power is produced by using water. It is hydroelectric power plant. Coal, thermal power. Then radioactive elements means nuclear energy. Is it clear to you children? So hydroelectricity, thermal and nuclear energy. So like that energy is produced. So during that energy is produced, what is going to happen? That reactors they are going to become very hot, no children, and the process is going on. At that time the water is used as coolant. Is it clear to you? So when that water is used to cool the reactors, that water when it is poured on that, what is happening means the water gets heated, and that water is reaching the nearby water body, where the organisms which are living are also getting dying. Means what? No doubt air pollution, apart from that water pollution is also going to happen. But other ways if we see, they are helping us a lot in producing electricity or energy. Is it clear to you? So yeah, we have uses, we have benefits with that. So what we have to do means we have to take precautions. Means we have to follow the norms of pollution control board. Children, there are so many private and government power generating centers or power generating plants in our country. So you please find out the power generating plants which are present in our country. You please go through the net and collect information about different power generating plants which are present in our country. So now we will come to the next one, that fertilizers and pesticides. So these fertilizers and pesticides, what form we are using means, you know that fertilizers are of two types. One is said to be natural fertilizers and other one is chemical fertilizers. So whatever it may be, when the farmers are using chemical fertilizers, NPK, mixed fertilizers, example for this chemical fertilizers. So when they are used in the excess quantity to get good yield of the crop, so farmers are using that fertilizers. They are applying manure of these chemical fertilizers in the fields to get good yield of the crop. Is it clear to you? So during that process, what is going to happen means, here this excess quantity of fertilizers are sometimes becoming cause for air pollution. Apart from that, pesticides. What are pesticides or what are insecticides? Pesticides are said to be the poisonous chemicals which are sprayed. Is it clear to you? Which are sprayed on the plants. So what will happen if these pesticides are sprayed? Then obviously that is going to kill the harmful pathogens which are causing harm to the crops. So insecticides are also to kill insects. The chemicals are used. Is it clear to children? So like endosulfan, malathion, DDT. So all these are pesticides and insecticides, which then aldrin. So all these are examples of pesticides and insecticides. They are used to control the harmful pathogens. Pathogens means which cause diseases in plants. Is it clear to children? Or any other organism. So if that pests or insects are seen in the fields, so they are going to destroy the crops. To kill them or to control them, farmers are making use of pesticides and insecticides. So they are going to be sprayed on the fields where that infections are seen. So during that process, what is happening means the remnants of pesticides or insecticides, as they are they are sprayed, no children, at that time the particles of these will be just released into the atmosphere, and that results in the air pollution, that causes the air pollution. To control that one, what we have to do, proper management methods must be followed by the farmers. Means what? Whenever it is needed, wherever it is needed, in that areas only, means the areas where they are infected with the any pests or insect, that particular area only the insecticides or pesticides must be sprayed. Is it in required amounts? So excess amounts of fertilizers or pesticides or insecticides are not supposed to be used by the farmers, because it leads to the air pollution or water pollution, and that pollutants may reach the other parts of the ecosystem, which are going to become a cause for the damage in the ecosystem. Now let us learn another factor. What is that? Deforestation. So what is the meaning of deforestation? Cutting down of trees in vast area. Okay, what is forest means, you know, that vast cover of trees which are useful or not useful plants. So it is the gift of God. So that is called as forest. Okay, so we have so many benefits from the forest, like forests are promoting rains, then forests help in keeping the air fresh. So pure air, fresh air we are going to get because of forests. Then forests are going to become habitat for many kinds of living organisms. So animals, birds, microorganisms, they are going to be living there. Then forests are providing so many goods, means things which are very much beneficial. So we are going to get different kinds of things from the forest. So the tribal people are going to collect them from the forest without damaging them, and they are going to be sold. Like that they are going to have their livelihood. Is it clear to children? So like that, so many uses we have because of forests. But what is happening, what is the other side when we observe means, so we are going to cutting down the forest. What for we are going to cutting down the forest? Suppose if we want to have any cities, so to have cities, we evacuate the forest area. Then apart from that, any industry if you want to install, so we will first check for forest lands. So for the development of other sites, if we see in development wise, so if we want to have any roads or any other buildings, if we want to have, immediately we are going to think of forest to cut down. Is it clear to children? So because of that, what is going to happen? The area under forest will decrease. So that results in the deforestation. So what are the effects of deforestation? So you know that deforestation results in less rainfall. Then next one is said to be decrease in the volume of oxygen. Then third one is increase in the volume of CO2. Then increasing the soil erosion. Increasing the soil erosion. Is it clear to you? See here. So we learned that the forests are helping in promoting rains. So if forests are not there, where is the chance of rain? So that's why that decreases the rainfall. So that is the reason we are not having rains seasonally. Is it clear to you? Sometimes heavy floods or sometimes lack of rains we are observing. So less rainfall we observe where forests are cut down. Then decrease in the volume of oxygen. We know that the plants are going to release oxygen into the atmosphere during the process of carbon dioxide. During the process of photosynthesis. Very sorry. So decrease in the volume of oxygen is happening because of the cutting down of trees. In what way? In which process? The plants are preparing food by the process called photosynthesis. So during that process, of photosynthesis, oxygen is released into the atmosphere. Is it clear to you? So if plants are not there, where is the chance of availability of oxygen? So deforestation results in the decreasing in the volume of oxygen. Is it clear to children? Then increasing in the volume of carbon dioxide. Okay. We know that in the process of photosynthesis, the plants are going to make use of carbon dioxide and they are going to release oxygen. So if plants are not there, what will happen here? As the plants are very much need of carbon dioxide for preparing food, that is starch. So if plants are not there, what will happen means the carbon dioxide will be present as it is in the atmosphere, or the volume of carbon dioxide will be increasing in the atmosphere. Then that is the problem. Then increasing soil erosion. So we know that the roots of the plants are going to hold the soil particles, and in that way the even water also, soil moisture also maintained, or soil humidity is maintained because of plants. So if plants are not there, if that roots are not there, so because the plants died, what will happen means that results in the removal of topmost fertile layer of the soil, that results in the soil erosion. But here the main point whichever is related is said to be in air pollution is said to be increasing in the volume of carbon dioxide. Is it clear to children? So you know that how much percentage of carbon dioxide is there? 0.033% is there in the atmosphere. Is it not, children? So because of deforestation, what will happen are other human activities like any other activities, maybe mining or fertilizers, uses of increasing fertilizers or power generating, all that what is happening means the volume of carbon dioxide is increased. So what are the problems we are going to face because of increasing the levels of carbon dioxide? So that we have to know now. So now is done. See carbon dioxide volume if it increased. So what problems we are going to face? So that results in the global warming. Global warming. What do you mean by global warming, children? Because of air pollution, especially increasing in the volume of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, that results in the making of globe very much hot. That condition we call it as a global warming. So how we can tell? So is it going to be hot means the temperature all around the globe is increasing because of increasing volumes of carbon dioxide. So that one we call it as a global warming. So what are the effects of global warming? At certain places of the globe, if we see no rains at all. Okay, El Nino, like that so many problems we are going to face. At some places we are observing heavy floods. Is it clear to you? Heavy floods in certain places, or drought conditions we are going to observe. Is it clear to you? So like that it is going to happen because of this global warming, which is due to increasing in the carbon dioxide volume in the atmosphere. Is it clear to you? So because of that the people or the other organisms cannot survive. The temperature all around the globe increases. Flash floods also. So without notice only, sometimes the heavy glacier whichever is there on the mountains. So because of increasing in the carbon dioxide volume, the glacier formation is also not going to happen. Then whatever glaciers are there, they start melting and continuously because of high temperature. So that water reaches the water body and that results in the floods. So in that way that carbon dioxide is going to become cause for the air pollution. Is it clear to children? So that is the reason what we have to do. You please tell now. We have to grow more and more number of plants. If any birthdays are there, there is no need of gifts. So you can give gifts of that plants only. So potted plant if you are giving to your friends, or if you are getting gifts from that from your friends also that plants. So if you have plants, then obviously it will help in preventing air pollution and our earth will be very much pleasant. So these chlorofluorocarbons are also cause for air pollution. Where do we use these chlorofluorocarbons? Or where they are going to become cause for air pollution means. So nowadays if you see as that temperature is rising, everyone wants to have air conditions and refrigerators we are using. Okay, so in the house means okay, one it will be there, but refrigerators, cold storage bins, where the different types of fruits or vegetables or other grains are going to be preserved, or meat is going to be preserved, food items. So in large scale they are going to be preserved. So how that preservation is going to happen? That is because of using these chlorofluorocarbons. Where do we use them means in air conditions, ACs and refrigerators. Air conditions and in refrigerators we are making use of this chlorofluorocarbons. Is it clear to children? So we are enjoying, no doubt, cool. We want to have very much cool temperature in our houses like or other places also. So now what is going to happen when these are used, ACs and refrigerators, when we are using these chlorofluorocarbons are just released into the atmosphere. Apart from that, we are using so much of air conditions, room fresheners we call them as, deodorant sprays we are using. So these all contain the chlorofluorocarbons. When we are using them, when we are spraying them, what will happen means the chlorofluorocarbons are going to be released into the atmosphere, and that results in the air pollution. So what will happen if that chlorofluorocarbons are more and more or increased levels of chlorofluorocarbons when we observe, then that results in the depletion of ozone layer. Ozone layer. Is it clear to you? So because of these chlorofluorocarbons which are released into the atmosphere, depletion means what? Destroying ozone layer. So you will be observing in newspapers like hole we are observing on the ozone layer like that. Is it not, children? What does it mean and what is this ozone? You will be having doubts. So now ozone is said to be the other form of oxygen. So when oxygen is present at high temperatures, what is happening means that oxygen, whatever it is there, it is going to be converted to O3 in presence of sunlight like. So temperature, if it is more, that oxygen whichever is present in the atmosphere, it will be converted to O3. So it will be just blue in color, and it is going to protect the earth. That ozone layer is going to protect the earth as a blanket or umbrella. Is it clear to you? So because of this earth where we are using this chlorofluorocarbons, what will happen? So they are going to reach this umbrella and or that ozone layer, and where the thickness of ozone layer will be destroyed. So because of that, what will happen? Directly the ultraviolet radiations from sun. Is it clear to you? So directly that ultraviolet radiation, suppose if we see other radiations are also there, gamma rays, beta rays, infrared rays, ultraviolet rays, then other rays like 7 colors which we are observing, that visible light. Is it clear to children? So like the different forms, they are going to be reaching the earth from the sunlight. So here that ultraviolet radiations are also going to reach the earth, and that results in the people suffering from skin cancers. So these radiations are very much causing harm to the human beings or other animals also, where crops are also getting means they are not giving good yield because of these pollutants. Is it clear to children? So about this you will learn in higher classes. This much you remember. So depletion of ozone layer is happening because of increased levels of chlorofluorocarbons. Where do we use them? Means in ACs and refrigerators. Then what is the problem because of depletion of ozone layer? Means directly the ultraviolet radiations will reach the earth, and that results in the people suffering with skin cancers, and other plants and animals are also going to be, even crops are also going to be destroyed. Is it clear to children? So that is about chlorofluorocarbons, which are responsible for air pollution. So now we will come to the next point. So mining. Have you observed any mining, children? Quarries we call it. చూసారా ఎప్పుడైనా? So during this process of mining, so different mines are there. Coal mines, Singareni coal mines, Godavari, Khani coal mines. Have you observed, children? So what we are going to get there? So we are going to dig the earth and we are going to get the minerals. Is it clear to you? So mines means what? Mines are going to give us minerals. So we get minerals from the earth only, no children? So we are going to dig the earth, and that ore means mudi padartham. Okay, so mudi khanijam, mineral. So we are going to get them. So during that process of mining, what is happening means here, like coal you can take, or other stone mining. Have you observed stones where they are crushed? So very big hills, stone hills, stony hills. So they are going to be cut, and that powder of powder which is produced from the stone crushing. So they are going to be released into the atmosphere, and that results in the air pollution. Apart from that, the fine dust particles are going to enter into the human body, where the people are working in that mining, and they are going to suffer from different kinds of respiratory diseases and digestive system diseases. So in that way, these are all the causes of air pollution. So what you have learned, children, in under human activities, mining, deforestation, chlorofluorocarbons, then fertilizers and pesticides, power generating plants, all these are going to become cause for air pollution. Apart from that, children, we are not using the dustbins in a proper way, and the garbage whichever is thrown on the roads or in the dustbins, if it is not dumped properly, or if it is not decomposed properly, if it is not sent to the dumping yards, then the foul smell or the other gases are going to be just released into the atmosphere, and that is also going to become cause for air pollution. So tomorrow we will learn about the other aspects of air pollution and how we can control the air pollution. Thank you.